What's good, guys? Jason here today from Fitness Gamers, and I'm going to show you guys how you have an ideal draft in WWE 2K22's MyGM Mode. So for the record, I feel like I should show you guys I have had a successful run already as a GM, so I could talk a little bit, give some tips on how to have a successful draft. I finished first in ratings after a full whole season, so I only did it 15 weeks. It doesn't matter how many weeks you do it, by the way. So I'm going to do a draft. I had several playthroughs, but I want to do a draft where I could show you guys ideally, well, what's the best way to draft. So you have baby faces, you have heels. I'm going to show you now. Let's go ahead and start this. I want Raw. I want to go against Stephanie McMahon. I want to have her to be SmackDown. You can put it on hard. Doesn't matter the difficulty. Doesn't matter how many weeks. Doesn't matter at all. Nothing matters. I mean, the difficulty doesn't matter. So how do you have an ideal draft? $2.75 million to spend. There's 8 rounds, giving you the chances of getting 4 and 4. 4 good, 4 bad. Why am I saying that? You'll see here. Perfect. What do you see here? The green is a baby face. You have a class. You want to get one of each class. So if I draft a baby face, I'm going to want to get someone in another specific class. If I have a diversified roster, I can mix and match classes. You don't want same classes going against each other in matches, and you never want baby faces versus baby faces. So you're going to want to get the number 1 heel versus the number 1 baby face. Sometimes every draft pool is going to be different. When you see someone like this that almost has the full star filled up, that should be your first pick unanimously. So I'm going to go ahead with the babyface and Drew McIntyre. He is a bruiser. Okay? So I'm going to easily go for a different class. He's a bruiser. Perfect. I have a babyface. Now my next pick's going to be Finn Balor as a fighter. We have 2 different classes right here. When it comes to the males and females, don't matter. You can mix match. You can feel free to mix match. Boom. Now I want to go after the next big, I guess, star in terms of females. Asuka's pretty good, but the stamina on Bianca Belair, it all depends on what you want to go for. But I'm going to go for Bianca Belair because I know that if Charlotte Flair does not get picked the next time around, I guess Charlotte and I have Bianca and Charlotte Flair in the same class, and it's a thing of beauty. Perfect. It worked out. Now I have my specialist, and I think Bianca Belair was a bruiser, I believe, or fighter. So it works out. Now I'm going to go back to the male superstars. What am I missing right now? I'm missing a cruiserweight. So I'm going to go ahead and get a cruiserweight male. You always want to have a cruiserweight male. And you're gonna get some for an affordable price. Super affordable price. And I mean, it's Ricochet's a steal. Ricochet's a steal. And once I get one of each type, I'm set and I can draft however I want. I'm going to want to draft a giant because you always want to pair a giant. And in this thing of beauty, it's a heel. Boom. Always go for the class, but make sure the role is the role that you need for the next pick. So I'm going to go ahead and get Walter. Now I'm going to move on to the female. I've already drafted some men. Now I'm going to move on to the females. So what do I have left? Let's see here. Let's see what we have. We have Charlotte Flair and a specialist. We have Bianca Belair and a bruiser, I believe, right? The bare knuckles are bruisers, yeah. So I could probably get a fighter babyface, and Asuka pretty much is a job well done. So a fighter and Asuka. And we don't have a giant female. So we'll go ahead and get a giant female in Tamina. A female heel. Now we have an even roster. You're going to see my breakdown. I have 4 baby faces and 4 heels. We're already done with the draft. We still have a little more to go. I did see someone that I liked a lot here, and I hope they're still there. It was Randy Orton. If Randy Orton is still there, I'm going to go ahead and pick him up, and Randy Orton is still there. He is a fighter, and we have 2 fighters. So actually, it would not be an ideal pick. But for the men, we only have 1 specialist. So 2 specialists works. I'm going to go with The Miz because his mic skills are going to be subpar. Amazing with the mic skills. And we're going to get 1 more cruiserweight, and then we should be done. If we still have money, then we'll just do it. We'll draft 1 more for the heck of it. We're going to get 1 more cruiserweight. That's a male. We want a baby face. An affordable baby face. Mansoor, I like it. We're 5 and 5 right now. As long as you keep it like that, where you have 5 and 5, this is a successful draft. This is a beautiful draft that I'm putting together for you guys. This is an ideal draft that I'm putting together for you guys. So we have 6 males and we have 4 females. Let's mix in the females and we'll be done with it. We just got to sign a couple more and we're good. You know, mixing it up with the cruisers is not a bad idea at all. So we got another cruiser in Shoutout. She's a heel. And we're going to get a baby face now. An affordable baby face in Rhea Ripley. 100%. Rhea Ripley. Now I could choose to keep drafting or I could choose to cut it. I'm going to cut my cost here probably. Just because I said I feel like I have a solid draft. 6 and 6. 6 male, 6 females. We have a little bit of everything. I have a bunch of different match types that I could put together. And I'm going to call it right here. That is my draft. Every draft pool is always going to be different. Remember that? So getting Drew McIntyre is a huge, huge, huge deal. So obviously I'm going to put the title on Drew because now we get to choose who we want to put the title on. I'll let the AI continue to draft as right now it's just picking up the lowest guys. What I don't like doing, and I saw it wasn't a good idea in one of my first playthroughs, you don't want to have guys you're not utilizing, okay? So you could always sign free agents, and you could always sign legends. So it's perfectly fine. At the end, it evens out. Let them have a couple more than I have. It's perfectly fine, but I have what I need to put on a solid show. And once you're done, you're going to see how many matches there are. There aren't many matches to put on a standard Monday Night Raw. The pay-per-view, you get like 4 to 5 matches. On Monday Night Raw, you only get 3. So check this out. Let me show you guys. Very simple. Who we're going to put the title on? Boom, 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 boom. Drew McIntyre instantly gets a pop. One of my most popular superstars on the roster. Who am I going to put the title on here? Probably a heel would be ideal. Is Charlotte Flair. And now we're ready to go. And that's how you do the show. The budget is going to allow me to do more on my first show. So let's just do a show for you guys. Do the first show for you guys. So the first match should always be one with some good contention. So we have Asuka and Charlotte. We want to start a rivalry there. Make it an Extreme Rules match. We have money to spend right now. We don't need an interference. Or also make sure you look at the schedule a run-in. We'll do a run-in. Anyways, well, that's how you have an ideal draft. I'm just going to show you guys the first show so you guys can see how this works and why I drafted certain people. Look at The Miz. Look at The Miz. I told you guys he was going to have good mic skills. 5 for the promos and to put a good solid spot. The middle match, we'll probably do a run-in at the final match just to have someone interfere with Drew. The middle match, we're going to do a simple giant versus cruiserweight bout. This is ideal because this is going to get the fans captivated in it. Beautiful babyface versus heel. We'll do a promo with Rhea Ripley. That's the Bay right there. And the final match will be Drew McIntyre versus... Well, you shouldn't do it like that, actually. Now, this is where I messed up, actually. But we'll do a run-in here, actually. We'll do a run-in here. We'll have Finn Balor run into him. Perfect. Yep, we'll do that. We'll do that. You want to have a run-in. Always do what the manager wants. And the last battle of the night. We can't have babyface versus babyface. Remember that. Huge, 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 huge thing. You do not want to do that. So we'll do Bianca Belair versus Tamina in a TLC match because we have the budget for that. And that is the show. Now we have to, just make sure we have everything ready to go. Put the show together. We have a good amount of budget left. Let's see what kind of matches we get. Let's see what stars we get. And already off to a good start. The Miz is easily going to get an excellent promo. Then we have a run-in with a Giant versus Cruiserweight classic bout. The Giant wins. Should be decent. Another off to a good start for our first show. We have Rhea Ripley, great promo, excellent. We knew that was coming. And the main event of the evening, a TLC match, Bianca Belair versus Tamina. The crowd should be wild, and we have good across the board. Now let's see how our competitors do in their first show. and we beat them in the first show. And that is exactly how you do it. It doesn't matter if it's a TLC match, Extreme Rules. It doesn't matter, guys. This is just for the purpose of booking. Even though in real life they don't do that. It does not matter. So yeah, that's all it is. That's how you put together a good draft, and that's how you put together a good show and lead yourself into a successful foundation. Also, you always want to constantly make profit. I don't really have tips or anything. I know the draft, if you draft even, it's going to allow you to start off hot and do good right off the bat. That's how this works. Keep it simple, guys. That's how you have success in MyGM mode. So that's how you have an ideal draft. More videos on the way. Please comment and subscribe if you want more content like this. JC from Fittest Gamers. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. God bless you all. Shout out to the whole G fam. Thank you for getting us to 4K. More on the way, guys. Peace.